Okay, welcome to lesson number 2, breaking the spell of seriousness. Even when I say the word seriousness, you can feel the heaviness. But there are two types of seriousness. Let's go over them. The first type is useful seriousness. That's when we need to be focused. So, as an example, a surgeon performing an operation or a leader making a decision during a time of crisis, of course, we want them to be serious and focused. And then there is the, let's say, counterproductive seriousness that we all also experience. That's the kind where we become perfectionists, where we get rigid, where we stagnate, where it's really just stress dressed up as this is really important. But the truth is, we're covering up our insecurities, our fears, our need to control by saying, this is serious. And adults often do that to kids. This is serious. Stop laughing. Stop smiling. Stop horsing around. We've all been on both sides of that, most likely. And with that, why don't we start with a joke? So here's the one I chose for today. The other day, my wife told me to stop impersonating a flamingo, but I had to put my foot down. Oh, that one was so bad. It was good. So you can start to take a few deep breaths and relax into this meditation. And when you're ready, you can close your eyes. And as we deepen into our bodies and into this moment, we're going to become aware of maybe where there's some kind of serious rigidity around the topic that we would like to work on and heal. It's very easy as we start meditating to get a bit rigid. In the last lesson, I mentioned that you don't have to hold your body hostage as you meditate. And often in meditation, we'll say, have a strong back and a soft front. So nice posture, but also relaxed. And I'll just share this brief story. I was teaching a class on laughing and amusement one time over the phone. And I was making all these jokes, and everyone was laughing so hard, maybe too hard. One of the students hung up, and then she emailed and said, I would like a refund. Everyone was just laughing that whole time in that class. And she was so serious. But that was the point of the class. It was to release and let go and be playful. Often, seriousness is what we use to cover up or control pain. And it's not the healthy kind of seriousness. It's the kind that makes us stuck or rigid. So, right now, as you're settling in here with me, what I'd like you to do is bring up something you'd like to let go of. Perhaps it's something you were working on healing in the last meditation. Again, just allowing it to arise in your awareness. It could be something very acute, something you're very aware of, or maybe it's kind of vague and just a sense or a feeling. You can have your awareness begin to settle behind your eyes in that mind's eye space. So you might have a feeling around this. You might see an image. And then what I'd like you to do is create a gauge from 0 to 100. Could look like a fuel gauge or a temperature gauge. And get a sense from 0 to 100. How seriously have you been taking this topic? 100 being really serious, probably way too seriously, and 0 being not at all. And we're talking about that second type of seriousness, the counterproductive type, that causes rigidity, perfection, that wants to control or cover up pain. It's okay if the number fluctuates, as long as you get kind of a range. You can intuitively just feel, sense, or see where it wants to land. And you might also notice how this seriousness has affected you, how it's affected you getting an answer or insight or healing or allowing you to or not allowing you to let go. And make sure you're breathing and your shoulders are relaxed. And right now, I'm inviting you to just look at this gauge and maybe you even allow some of the seriousness to begin to melt off. You put a light smile on your face. Be compassionate and be gentle, and I'll help you out with a bit of a joke here. So, I'm reading a book on anti gravity right now, and it is impossible to put down. Again, you're not solving anything or fixing anything, just noticing how serious you've been taking this topic, maybe how much you've been trying to control it. And as you relax into this moment, as you allow your body to relax, even as you breathe into your belly, maybe some of that seriousness starts to melt off. It's perfectly reasonable to acknowledge that you might be serious about that topic because there's pain, because you care, because you struggle. And at the same time, you might notice that some of that seriousness has actually frozen this issue in place. Maybe it's given it more oxygen. Perhaps it's perpetuated it. Energetically, as you sit here, you can kind of loosen your grip. There have been times for me when I've been sitting at my desk, taking something too seriously, and my cat just sits here, just meow, just meows at me. And I put a smile on my face and lighten up. And that's usually when a solution or an insight comes. Don't worry, I won't ask you to meow right now, but you can allow that seriousness to start to melt off that gauge. And underneath it, you might find a deeper feeling. There could be grief, there could be loss, there could be anxiety or fear. And you can allow yourself to feel those deeper feelings as they arise. We're not pushing anything away. And part of the magic of meditation is when we sit still, when we're compassionate and present, when we're honest with ourselves. That's when the energy actually starts to shift. It's counterintuitive in the sense that the less I do, the more progress I make. Allow yourself to be still here for a moment. Allow whatever insight you're noticing, whatever shift has occurred, to start to integrate into your body and into your being. Let yourself be a bit lighter, a bit looser, more open. And notice you don't have to let the weight of seriousness dictate how you feel, who you are, or how you engage with any other energies in your life. Great work. For now, you can let go of whatever you've been looking at and sitting with. Take a deep breath. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes and stretch. Thank you for sitting with me, as always, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Don't take yourself too seriously. Be well.